Luton Town versus Millwall. Can Matt Bloomfield get his first win as Luton Town manager, or is this poor run of form going to continue? We come up against a Millwall side that will be looking to further that gap between themselves and those relegation places. The biggest problem which I have going into this game is Millwall could easily go, right Luton, come and break us down, we're going to put 11 players behind the ball, because after the game against Preston, we saw that you couldn't break teams down and you struggled to create opportunities. So we're not going to bother to attack, come and break us down, as we know you are going to struggle. Millwall could easily do that, but I don't think they are in this particular game. So let's talk about Millwall. Where do they currently sit in the Championship? Well, they are currently 17th. In terms of the form table, they sit 21st. They've picked up 3 points in their last 5. Whereas Luton currently sit 23rd in the form table. Away from home, Millwall have picked up 10 points. They sit 18th in the away league table, whereas Luton have picked up 22 points at home and we are ranked 14th in the Championship. What is the story of Millwall's season? Well, they started the year with Neil Harris in charge. They actually started well, in my opinion. They picked up some really good results. I think they did lack a clinical edge in front of goal because their XG at the time was extremely high. They should have been in those playoff positions if they were just a little bit more clinical in front of goal. Then results started to dip for Millwall, and then Neil Harris and the Millwall board decided it was the right thing to do and to part ways. I think Neil Harris wanted more control in terms of the football aspect, but the Millwall board wasn't willing to give him that. So it made sense to part ways. That's how it came across to me from someone from the outside. And then Alex Neil, a very established Championship manager, took over as the new head coach. If we go back in time and look at that game where Luton managed to beat Millwall at their ground, it was a 1-0 away win. It's our only away win of the season. I thought it was a game of two halves. The first half I thought we were very good. We created opportunities. We should have gone in at half time a couple goals up, but we didn't. But then the second half we were kind of defending for our lives, really. We were struggling to get forward. Millwall piling on the pressure. They should have scored, but Thomas Kaminski did make some really good saves to help us grind out a 1-0 win away from home. So let's have a look at Millwall's style of play. They are a side that will go long. They will take a lot of shots when the opportunity arises, whether that's from outside the box or in the box. They will put plenty of crosses in, so our goalkeeper cannot be staying on his line because they are going to put the ball into the box. They like to control the game in the opposition half. They tend to attack down the right hand side. They do play with width, but they do also play a very consistent starting 11. And as we're coming out of a free game week, maybe the Millwall players will be a little bit tired and we'll be the more fresher side. In terms of their strengths, they love attacking set pieces. We're not the best at defending against them. They do create lots of scoring opportunities. They do steal the ball back quite often. We ain't the best at keeping it. And defending set pieces, they are very good. So we might struggle to score from set pieces. In terms of their weaknesses, they do foul in dangerous areas. They're not the best side at keeping possession, and they're not the most clinical in front of goal. Which players should we watch out for? One in particular is Tanganga. He's someone who I wanted Luton to sign ages ago, but we were unable to get this deal done. George Saville and of course Joe Bryan. Now here is my team which I would play against Millwall. So I am recording this video before the press conference has come out, so I'm literally just giving you what I would want as if I was the Luton Town manager. So I do start off with Shea in goal. I do think Shea is better out of all of our goalkeepers in commanding his own box. My biggest issue is Thomas cannot be glued to his goal line and we are asking for trouble. This game could easily be like the Oxford one where Millwall just flood the box with crosses. You can't afford and allow our goalkeeper just to not come out and claim some. I'm sorry, we are going to concede if he doesn't communicate with his defenders and if he just stays on his goal line. So I want someone who I can actually trust in goal. So I would play Shea. I thought Holmes had a really poor game, so I would change the centre-back partnership. I would play Anderson. He's got to be fit. He's got to be ready. If he's not, we need to just ship him out. So his height, his strength, I want to see that with McGuinness. Amari Bell at left back and also Hashi at right back. In terms of the midfield, now I don't see Nakamba playing in this game. I don't think he can last a free game week. So I do think we need to change it about a little bit. So I would play Kraus and also Liam Walsh. On the right side, I play Isaiah Jones. In that number 10 role, I play Clark. And the left side, I would play Alfie if he is fit and available and he can start a game. Of course, he's only recently come back from injury. And then Morris up top. Unfortunately, our attacking players have not really been doing it for us recently. The midfield in particular has stepped up though. The performances from the midfield from Clark, Kraus and Nakamba have been amazing. But because it is a free game week, I just don't think they've got the legs to go again. So we definitely need to add some fresh legs into that midfield. And of course up top, we're not really scoring. So Elijah Adebayo didn't really have a good game. So we kind of need to make a change there. Overall, this Luton side needs to step up. Yes, we haven't got players through the door. We don't know what's going to happen next week. Hopefully we can get 1 or 2 players in. But until then, this current group needs to do something. Because it doesn't matter who you sign, you also need the players around you to do well. And at the moment, we're not quite seeing that. I do see this game being very similar to the one against Oxford. Although Millwall can change that completely and have a different game plan and make it exactly like how the Preston game was, where they go, right, come and break us down. Because they definitely have seen that Luton, we're not the best side at breaking teams down. And I do think with this Matt Bloomfield style of football, we might have more luck away from home as there's more space to exploit. The pressure is on now. You know, we're not on the best of form. We don't want that gap at the bottom of the championship to get bigger. So if we're going to stay up, we need to start getting points. And the quicker we get points, the better. We need a win. We need to get out of this losing rut. And hopefully we can do that at home against Millwall. There's certainly been an impact since Matt Bloomfield has become the new manager. We just need to iron out 1 or 2 things. And I do think we will eventually do that with more time on the training pitch for Matt and his new coaching staff. I think once he gets that time, we can start seeing more improvements. But of course, time is running out. You don't want to extend that losing streak. You don't want the points gap at the bottom to increase. So we've got to get points somehow, and we need to get it quickly. My score prediction for this one, I'm going to be positive. I do think a win's coming. We just need to make sure we do basic defending right. If we can handle the amount of crosses which I think Millwall will put into the box and just do basic defending like we did against Preston, I'm sure we can walk away with a positive result. But we've got to do the basics right, be clinical when we do get the opportunities in front of goal, and just defend extremely well. So I do think that my score prediction will be a 2-1 home win. I think we need to start the game off really quickly, get that early goal like we did against Oxford, and then the game will really open up for us. And hopefully we can exploit it even more. So those are my overall thoughts. Let me know what you think down below. Let me know your score predictions. Drop a like, subscribe to my channel if you are new, and I'll see you in my match reaction tomorrow after the game against Millwall. Before I end this video, I just want to say a massive thank you to all my channel members. If you want to become a channel member on my channel, click the link in the description below, or click the join button on my channel, which will give you the option to become a member. If you become a channel member, you get exclusive perks and you help support me as a content creator. I'll see you in the next video.